Hello friends, hope you're all doing well. This is Akshay Jalan from Career Vision Hub, welcoming you to this video. So, career choice is a very important decision in our life because when we choose a career, we are associating a significant amount of time of our life and going to spend that time in our future days. So, it has to be taken with much caution. Unfortunately, in India, the career decisions are not taken very scientifically, or sometimes the right factors are not considered when career is to be chosen. So let's look at today and try to understand how a career is actually chosen in India and what are the fallacies associated with this particular theory of career choice that is currently prevalent in our country. So how is a career often chosen, right? So like generally in India, we think that अगर अच्छे मार्क्स आए टॉपर है तो साइंस लेना चाहिए, अगर एवरेज मार्क्स है तो कॉमर्स, और अगर एवरेज से बिलो है तो ह्यूमैनिटीज. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ क्लास 10 who is completing his board exams and needs to choose a stream in class 11 whether to go for science, commerce or humanities. So this is the general convention people follow. Topper science, average commerce, and below average है तो arts या humanities, like that, right? But is this a correct idea? Like is a student who has topped, can he not go for commerce or humanities? Is commerce and humanities only for the weaker students academically? Is aptitude the only factor to be considered when choosing a career? Many more questions and such like this will be answered in this video. So stay tuned to the end of this video with me, and we will try our best to help you understand the fallacies that are currently going on in our country in the matter of career selection or career choice. So first point is herd mentality. As I already mentioned that toppers take science, average commerce and humanities. But it's not always true. Why? Because even the best students, they may like to make a career in psychology. Today humanities has a lot of scope. There is scope in gerontology, study of aging. There is scope in psychology. There is scope in museology. There is scope in international relations, history, in political science. All these also have a hoard of, there are many careers involved in these different humanities fields, which also have a lot of scope, which also have a lot of future prospects, which have growth in them, and which may satisfy a person completely. So that is important to be considered. And we should not always go by the herd mentality in terms of choosing a career which others are asking us to choose, or just by imitating others blindly. The next is we look at societal pressure. So example, how well is your cousin doing? शर्मा जी के बेटे ने क्या लिया? मेरे cousin ने कॉमर्स लिया, CA पढ़ रहा है, is doing well in CA, so I should also go for a CA. और शर्मा जी के बेटे ने क्या लिया? शर्मा जी के बेटे ने मेडिकल लिया है, preparing for NEET and is really doing well, so I should also do that. But do we do that in our general life also? Because X person ये कर रहा है तो हम भी वो करें. Yes, we do that in some areas, but that is not the correct way of making decisions. It is because other person is making a decision, so that decision will be correct for us also. So we as individuals all are different, and we need to understand that as individuals we may need to choose our career differently. So societal pressure is basically where they have a way of painting the career of their choice as the best as against your own choice. So society basically trying to shove down their own opinion on you and forcing you into agreeing with their choice of career. So this is to be completely discouraged, and it is not a right way of choosing a career. Then we come to lack of self-awareness. So people today are not even aware about who they are, right? So basically it leaves you feeling lost and overwhelmed during the career process because you do not have a clear picture of what you really want out of a career. How will you have that? Because you don't know enough about yourself and you are not sure, what are your expectations, what kind of a life you want to lead, what kind of profession you want to undertake. So it's very important that we go deep and understand about the aspect. So as we, we have to understand what is our core inner self. And for this, we need 3 ingredients. So if I ask you, what are the 3 main ingredients for halwa? Please type in the chat box. If you need to make halwa at home, then what are the 3 main ingredients that you may need? If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you can type in the chat box that these 3 ingredients are the main ingredients without which halwa cannot be made. And you cannot choose only one ingredient and make halwa. So these 3 ingredients are, yes, you are right, it's water, it's sugar, it's ghee, it's flour. These are the 3 ingredients: sugar, ghee and flour. You can't say that I'll make halwa only with ghee or only with sugar or only with flour or only any of the 2 items. You need all the 3 items mandatorily to make halwa. Okay. So similarly, for choosing a career, also we need 3 things. That is personality, interest and aptitude. Personality means who you are. Interest means what you love doing. And aptitude means what you're good at. So these 3 things are required so that you can choose what is the best career for yourself. Right? And people are not aware about, who they are, what are their strengths and weaknesses, what kind of a career they want to pursue. So before going on to the topic of what kind of a career you want to pursue, you need to have a lot of self-awareness about it. And this is possible using a career assessment. Like in a career assessment, they ask you certain questions, and based on which answers that you give, they can help you identify who you are. That means what kind of a personality you are, what kind of an individual you are. And second thing is they may help you identify about what kind of interests you have in terms of being a realistic person, a social person. And the third thing is your aptitude, wherein basically it may help you to identify what kind of abilities you have. So this is again very important. Next we have misplaced aspirations. So choosing the right career but for the wrong reasons. That also happens in India. For example, choosing fashion for glamour or investment banking for money. So that may not be a very wise decision. So you choose fashion, that is not a problem, but choose it for the right reason. Some people, fashion, if you want to go for a fashion career, you should have a taste for the design, you should have, a taste for the fabric, you should be creative, imaginative, you should be artistic have an artistic interest, you should have good spatial aptitude, you should have good reasoning aptitude, have a basic grip on numbers. All these things are required when you're choosing a career in fashion, right? So you may get glamour or not get glamour is a separate thing, but choosing the fashion for glamour is classified into a misplaced aspiration. Similarly, investment banking for money. Now, I'm not saying that a career in investment banking cannot give you money. It can. Definitely it can. But you need to understand why to choose investment banking. Money is there in every career. Scope is there in every career. We need to make our way into it. But in investment banking, we need to understand whether, we have interest towards numbers, we have an interest towards the financial market, we understand how the financial market moves, what are the dynamics in the banking industry, and do we have an investigative nature, investigative interest where we can, like to analyze and think. And we may also have, kind of an introvert nature is also okay for investment banking. So all these parameters need to be considered and not choose the career for the wrong reasons. And then we have lack of options awareness. So it's a survey by Times of India. It says that 7% of the students in India are actually aware about, 93% of the students in India, are aware about only 7 career options, the 7 basic career options: doctor, engineer, lawyer, chartered accountant, doctor, engineer, lawyer, chartered accountant, manager, architect, and designer. They are aware about these 7 careers only. Right? But actually there are 250 plus careers that are currently available in India. So do you think that career decisions have been taken properly? So I'll give you a layman example. Like suppose you go with your father or you go with your family to a Baskin Robbins or a Naturals or any ice cream parlor, and your father says that today I'll give you a treat, father or brother. So when you go there, ask you what will you have for ice cream, beta? So you say that vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, kuch bhi chalega. But then your father or brother who's taken you, he tells you that see the menu. Menu mein there are so many options. There are so many fruit flavors. There is watermelon, there is guava, there is apple, there is papaya, there is mango, and there are sundaes, there are milkshakes, there is tutti frutti and cassata and so many other options. So when you go through all these options, you then go to the counter and you inquire more from the person at the counter about what are the details of these different options, whichever you feel shortlist from them. And when you know more about them, then you make a choice. So this is like taking an informed decision. But like what happens in India, that we are choosing based on the minimum options that we are aware of. So it's very important that we be fully aware about what kind of career options we are choosing, and we have a understanding about the whole variety of options that are available before we make our conscious choice. So these 5 pitfalls we discussed: herd mentality, societal pressure, lack of self-awareness, misplaced aspirations, and lack of options awareness. Now, one more thing which I wanted to mention, that the fault is that careers in India are often chosen based on academic aptitude alone. I already mentioned to you that these 3 ingredients are very important: aptitude, personality, interest. Aptitude, what you are good at; personality, who you are; and interest, what you love doing. So as a result of this is what is happening in India, that only 1 out of 5,000 students are receiving career guidance. And 50% MBBS students, even though they have cleared NEET, they have got into medical colleges, they want to opt out of it. Why? Because they don't find that the course is resonating with their personality, interest, or aptitude, either of these factors. They've got into it, they've cleared the exam, they've worked so hard, but still, they don't want to continue it. So many things have to be considered when, we are looking at a medical profession. Like, your ability to work long hours, your ability to study consistently for a longer period of time. It's a long course, like, 5 years MBBS, then internships, then experience, then MD, and, just for some people, it feels like it just goes on and on and on. Some may be able to do it. And also, you need to be very emotionally resilient and calm. We all know that, doctors had to face a very tough time during the COVID-19 crisis. So doctor profession, maybe for some, but not for everyone. So we need to understand whether our personality, whether we have a strong emotional and resilient personality, whether we are practical and realistic, and whether we have the investigative nature to analyze and understand things, and whether we are social in nature, we want to help people. Very important for a doctor is to look at helping people. So these are the things that we need to be considered. And then even in IIT, 2,400 students have dropped out from IIT, and 1/3 professionals in India are sleepwalking. Sleepwalking, what it means is that they get up on a Monday, they don't want to go to office, they dread going to office or going to their work desk or even working from home, but still they have to do it. Why does that happen in the first place? Because the careers are not chosen properly. But why they need to continue doing it? Because they have EMIs to pay, they have bills to pay, they have families' responsibilities to undertake. So they need to continue with their job even if they don't like it. So this is the situation in India currently about how the way the careers are being chosen. So it's very important for us to be aware and understand that how choosing career in India is going wrong, and we need to understand the right ways of choosing a career, which I'll be covering in my next video. So thank you very much for attending this video, and please like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you very much. This is Akshay signing off from Career Vision Hub. Thank you.